Hello everyone and welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about a full in-depth Sombra guide. So as you can see here, I'm putting my Sombra stats on screen right now, and I do want to mention that I did just switch from controller to M and K, so I am learning some. My mechanics are not excellent, but I was GM on controller. So with that out of the way, we got to talk about Sombra's actual abilities. So I'd say the only thing that's worth talking about in here is her passive, because you are actually able to see enemies through walls if they are very, very weak, as well as you do 40% more damage to hacked enemies, so this is very important for taking down tanks. So now we're going to talk about how to actually play Sombra. So one of the best things you can do if you're trying to be a Sombra main is to familiarize yourself with the health packs of every single map. So you can do this by just going into custom games. So essentially all you're going to be doing is putting your Translocator on a Mega. You could use any health pack. I prefer the Mega just because you don't have to wait. Sometimes you'll have to get 2 or 3 of the little health packs, so I don't want to waste that much time. So I just prefer putting my Translocators only on Megas. Also, it's a good idea to try to hide your Translocator. You don't want to put it directly on the health pack because people are expecting that, but you can put it around walls very close to the health pack, and that way people can't camp it. They have no idea where it is, and it would take too much time for them to go looking for it. And so that's pretty much it for the Translocator. It's pretty simple. You just want to throw it on a health pack, hack the health pack whenever you come back, and you're pretty much good. So now we're going to talk about all the abilities that you actually can interrupt. So right now I'm going to be putting on screen all of the abilities that you can interrupt. There are a few that I didn't mention in here, like Hanzo's ult, but that, even if you time it perfectly when you hear the sound cue, you still won't be able to do it. It's something you kind of have to be already hacking him while he uses it, so it's not really practical. You could also cancel Lucio's beat as well as another Sombra's EMP, but these are things that are, I mean, it takes pure luck to even be able to do that. So essentially these abilities that I'm showing you guys are the ones that you're going to want to look out for, and you're going to want to always hack whenever you see them. It's very, very important in being a good Sombra that you're always hacking these enemies out of these abilities, because I mean, you could literally cancel out an entire Moira ult, as well as a Hog heal. Whenever Hog is healing, you can hack him, it will cancel the heal, and he will now be taking 40% extra damage. So it's very, very important because that Hog is basically dead at that point. So that's something I want to go a little bit more in depth with, is your hacking priority. So obviously if you see here are using any of these abilities, you're going to want to prioritize them. However, the main priority for you on Sombra is to be the backline. You want to harass the backline and be as annoying as possible. A lot of times when you're playing Sombra, you're going to feel like you don't have a whole lot of value. You might feel this way because your damage is going to be significantly lower than someone who might be playing Sojourn or like Soldier, or someone who has high consistent DPS, but your role is not to do massive amounts of DPS. It's mainly to get picks on the backline and harass the healers so they have a very difficult time healing because they constantly have to be worried about you. So when I play Sombra, I like to just harass the main healer. And a lot of times I will harass the tank as well, because when I get a nice hack on the tank, they take 40% extra damage. When they have that massive health bar, especially tanks like Rein, when their shield goes down, you just hack them and they pretty much lose the fight. So Sombra is an excellent counter to Reinhardt, and when a Reinhardt is taking 40% extra damage and his shield is down for a second and a half, I mean, he is going to die very, very quickly, and it's going to shift the fight easily. So understanding when to kind of differentiate when you are going to be hacking the tank or when you are going to be harassing the healers is very important, and it also depends heavily on the tank. Hacking an Orisa, for example, does not give you as much value as hacking a Roadhog mid-heal or hacking a Reinhardt who has his shield up. So another thing I like to do is actually spawn camp, and this is one of the most annoying things that you can do on Sombra, but like I said, your job on Sombra is to be annoying. If you can make the enemy team rage and start typing in chat how annoying you are, that's how you know you're being a good Sombra. So one thing I like to do is to just literally spawn camp. I remember this one game, I killed an Ana out of spawn, like, I mean, it was probably like 5 or 6 times out of spawn, and his team was not peeling for him, and he was just a free kill every single time. So they were without a main healer, and when their other healer is like someone like Zen, and you're constantly harassing the Ana, they have literally no heals. So what you're trading out is, you're trading out a DPS, you won't be doing anything, but neither will the Ana. So they are down a main healer, and your team is down a DPS, and that is a really, really good trade to make. So it's all about understanding the value that Sombra can have by just not looking at damage. Damage does not matter. If you can literally delete their main healer from the game and make him useless, they're going to lose. It doesn't matter if you have 3,000 damage at the end of the game. If you made their main healer completely useless, that team is going to lose. So you don't want to look at damage as much on Sombra. However, she can do a good amount of damage. The EMP does 40% of health bars, so you want to get nice EMPs. Obviously, you want to pretty much EMP as soon as you get it because it is a very quickly charging ult. And the last thing I want to quickly talk about is what you're going to be doing in a Sombra matchup. So if you're going up against another Sombra, you want to make sure you're hacking as many health packs as possible, as well as you want to look for the Sombra's Translocator. Typically, they are very predictable. They will put their Translocator directly on a health pack, and a lot of times they won't even hack it. So what you can do is you can hack the health pack, and when they come back, they will be 1 HP. They will not get the health pack, and you can kill them for absolutely free. If they did hack the health pack, however, all you have to do is just shoot their Translocator, and they will probably die regardless. And one bonus tip for anyone that stayed for the entire video is to uncloak before you hack. The reason you're doing this is because when you're hacking while invisible, you'll become visible regardless, and after the hack is done, you're going to try to pull out your weapon, and there will be like a half a second time where you're going to be stuck in that animation where you're pulling your weapon out. So it's nice to uncloak and then hack, and then that way as soon as the hack is done, you can immediately start shooting. So it's a nice little bonus tip, and it will help you get one clips a lot more consistently. So I think we pretty much covered just about everything for Sombra. A few of the key takeaways are to focus the backline, hack the tank if it is a tank that is that you're going to get more value from hacking than just one of the backline healers, as well as looking out for the abilities that you can cancel with your hack. And as long as you do that, harass the backline, and just be annoying and never die, you are going to be an excellent Sombra. So that's pretty much it for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.